All right, welcome back to Council of the North, episode 23. My name is Will, and tonight I have here with me Zach.
Cheers.
I can't believe he was waiting to do that. For those who aren't watching, he just cracked a cold one. And Andrew, how are you, Andrew?
Greetings. I'm feeling a little bit better after being sick from the GT. I mostly had my breath back. Ready
It's
to
been
talk
like
about.
it's
I
been
know.
like a month.
Like,
I know. It's
how weak
crazy.
are you?
Well,
Dude.
I got bad lungs, man.
What's
You gotta
this?
go-
What's the saying? Touch grass?
You gotta go
That is
outside
not
more.
related to what I.
Eat dirt.
Eat dirt? You know?
Anyway, greetings.
Oh God. Yeah. Tonight we're gonna get into a release from GW. When we're recording this, they just announced that Shelob and Frodo and Gollum are being released with the journal. So we'll give our takes on that. Hope what we would like to see, what we hopefully see. And then yeah. But first, let's get into our shame points. See if anybody's been doing hobbying this week or these past couple days, because it's only been a couple days. Here we go, Zach.
So, shame chart here.
Week 3,
and
no shame chart.
it'll make its reappearance soon, but off the top of my head, good memory over here. Andrew's got the big old goose egg. He's been hobbying it up. And he escaped once again with doing some basing.
Painting
So,
up 14 Ministry bases.
That should be a shame point.
He escaped with another 0. Will.
Dude, I'm
4
coming for you,
points
Zach.
now.
4, wow.
He's chasing me down. He did nothing, but he can chase all he wants because the king over here, shame points, also got another one. So
Nice,
I believe that puts me at 7.
Puts you at 7 now,
6?
yeah, because you missed
It's
last
7.
week.
So Will thinks he's coming, but he's got 1 point to his first 5. I'm almost to my second.
It's true.
We'll get there.
Wait,
Dude, you're the king.
after this week, I might actually be able to get settled in and get back to the grind.
You could have brought some models and paints with you, man.
I
Nah,
have
I
those.
don't
I
even
have.
blame Zach.
It's just not a good feeling to. It's been too much. But I'll take the shame points. I knew it was going to happen, but I just got to dig deep after this week and not gain any more.
Yeah, it happens to most of us.
Well, it's not even just, yeah.
Well, I think it happens to people who have lives. They're out in the world, they're doing stuff, a little busy.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way sometimes, man.
Have
You get
jobs.
shame points. Shame points is kind of a normal person thing, if you think about it.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
All right, let's move on.
Andrew, what are the quiz questions we're not answering this week? We're just, you want to repeat them for people to answer?
I would like to repeat the questions for last week and this week. The questions for Are You Smart, Are You Zach? Question number 1. Who uses the alarm cry, awake, fear, fire, foes, awake? A couple answers that are acceptable there. Question number 2.
There was three right answers?
We figured there was 3 right answers that we looked up. Any one of those are fine. Question number 2. Why was Mary able to significantly harm the Witch King? Okay, easy one. If you read the books. It's not in the movie, is it?
No, it's not in the movie.
Question number 3. Here's another book lore. Where did Bill the Pony get his name from? Old Bill the Pony, with a nice new model. Not that new, but it's new. Current Bill the Pony's up for made to order for way too much money in Canada. So I'm not going to pick it up. Those are the questions.
Did you see how much those casualty models were up for?
The casualty models that I actually planned on getting were way too expensive. They are
way too expensive.
That is insane. I will not be buying them.
No.
Anyway, that is the questions for the last in this week's Are You Smart, Are You Zach? please leave a comment with your answer. Also, shout out to just anyone who has commented or subscribed to like. We do appreciate you. It's a lot of fun reading your comments, and we have good fun with that. Hope you do too.
All right. It's more polite than usual.
You know,
You guys have any hobby or game updates?
I think we've all been slacking on the hobby side, but maybe this week we're going to talk with someone who's going to give us some motivation.
I don't know. We got a game in last week.
Yeah,
Will
a
and
week
I?
or two ago. Yeah, I just
Yep.
posted it to the Instagram if you want to see some pictures of it.
Yeah, models look great on the pictures and in real
Well,
life.
some of them. Some of them.
You want to give a
About
highlight
50% of them
of
look great.
want to give a highlight of the first 2 turns of the game, Zach?
Yeah. So basically, I took a cheeky one shot at Boromir with Harad guy, and I shot through, I think, 2 knights,
Yeah,
hit Boromir's horse, and dismounted him with the first shot of the game,
Nice.
which was feeling real good.
didn't feel great.
But Will, how did you return the favor?
I guess we should say I was playing Reclamation of Asciliath, and you were playing Grand Army of the South.
Yeah.
And so you had Amdur, a Hashrin, and a Mahad King.
Yes,
To my, I think I had Boromir, Faramir, and a captain.
and a captain. Yes.
But yeah, I had some ranger bows, and when you set up, specifically remember this, when you set up your line, we were playing treasure hordes, so we're both in the middle bubble walking towards each other, and you put Amdur at the very front of your pike block, and you were like, it's nice having a high defense hero that you don't have to worry about. And then he
God, he was
proceeded-
D6.
I killed him. I did kill him. I did 3 wounds to him through shooting, which was 2 wounds and a fate off him. So by the time he reached combat, he was 1 wound, no fate. Boromir was off his horse. It was it was quite the showing from the bows that game.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing against Amdur's wicked now. I love the Hashrin.
No.
Like the heroes absolutely munched, right? So it was a lot of fun.
Once Amdur got into combat, it was like, okay, this is what I needed. The Hashrin was just deadly. Just the 3 attacks, re-rolling all failed wounds. What a great rule. But then you can't take away from Boromir too. Like, just even dismounted, he's still a menace. So many resources to try to get through. They also one-shot my Mahad King in one turn of combat. Did a heroic combat into him with like a bunch of guys, and he went down, and that was tough.
That must have felt good.
It felt so good.
Did not
feel
feel good
just to get him. And
But
then Boromir spent the rest of the game running away from half trolls and Haradrim raiders and spending all his might to stay alive. But
yeah,
it was a fun one.
I think my last turn when you broke me, I had 2 guys with the treasure, and they both fled on courage checks. And I was like, ooh, feels bad.
And we forgot your +1 courage bonus for your
man.
only army bonus.
Yeah, the
my
only
only
bonus.
army bonus, which may or may not have helped in the long run, but yeah, it's like, oof.
Yeah, no, it's fun. That was my first time playing Treasure Horde. I actually really like that scenario.
I think it's a great scenario.
Yeah.
You know where else you can play Treasure Horde?
December 6th?
Well, possibly, but also January 24th at my event, we'll be playing Treasure Horde. Come to my event in Hamilton, January 24th.
Oh, locked in
Nice
scenario.
segue.
Yeah, scenarios are predetermined.
Zach clearly hasn't read the players pack.
Not it. If I'm going to be honest, I still haven't watched his last YouTube video about whatever it was he made.
Nice. Thanks, dude.
Locked in. I just keep forgetting about it until we do these recordings. I'm like, damn,
Oh, I appreciate
still
that.
haven't watched it.
That's nice of you. I appreciate that. Also, Will is tournament January 10th, 500 points in Lindsay. Come on.
Oh yeah, 100-point event. I think I was talking. We had Justin on last episode. He said he's locked in. He messaged me saying Sam's coming up too, and I'm
Nice.
shouting them out to hold them accountable. But hopefully we have a
Shout
couple
out
Ottawa
Sam.
guys roll down here. But it looks like, I mean, I'm a month and a half out, and we got about 10 people signed up already. So
Nice.
It's feeling good. We got a couple people signed up on TTA already, so that feels good too.
For international listeners, that's 10 people a month out is good for us.
Oh,
Sounds
that's like
awful,
excellent.
but that's really
Yeah,
good for us.
I just want to get at least a 20. If I can get over
Yeah.
20, that'll be another good tournament. So
Yeah, I think it's doable.
Yeah, I think so too. It'll be a lot of people are worried about the weather. I've had a few people message me about the weather already, and it's like
No,
we'll see
still
what
early January.
yeah, we'll see what
Bad weather doesn't
happens.
start coming until the end of January nowadays.
Nah, January, February, like anyway, we'll see what happens. But come out to my event. Don't worry about the snow. If you can't make it because of snow, you'll get a refund. Just come out to the event. Plan to come to the event.
This is living in Canada, okay? We travel in insane snow to things we want to do, and then we all make it and have a good time.
SPG.
Oh, anything you want to do. It's part of being Canadian, okay?
And then January 6th, Josh, it's still January 6th, right? Winter's Wrath?
December
December
6th is Winter's
December
Wrath,
6th, yeah.
hosted by Mr. Josh Heron in Oshawa.
The tournament survived. Winter's Wrath itself didn't, but the tournament it's for us is still going on, which is nice. I'm glad for him that he was able to still keep the venue. So then, because I think he's got a pretty good showing now. I think his numbers were starting to get up there.
Yeah, he said he was hoping for 30. I think he's up over 20 already. And we're
Nice.
still a week and a half, almost 2 weeks out. So he's
So
he's
this
gonna have really good
episode will
numbers.
get to before that. So last minute people, if you want to go January 6th, big event by the
6th.
sounds of it.
Yeah,
December 6th.
December
Jeez.
6th, 2025.
This is a debacle.
You're a debacle.
But yeah, he actually messaged me. I've seen some of the prizing he has. It's pretty cool stuff. And then he's also printing even more terrain. I think he told me he's got he was just painting up his like 9th table of terrain. The amount of terrain he has is insane, man. It's awesome.
He's a lot of terrain.
Yeah. So
Andrew's
it'll be
going.
cool to see.
Well,
Andrew's
I'm not
locked in.
locked in. As of today recording, I'm not locked in, but when this comes out, I may be locked in.
So if you want to play depths, go to the tournament.
I'm not bringing Deb. How many points is it?
90?
6. I don't know. I think it's 600.
600. I'm not playing
You
Debs either way.
look it up,
600.
Andrew.
I'll look it up right now as we move on to our next topic.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into the release that GW previewed today. It was the new Shelob sculpt. There's a new Frodo all wrapped up in spider webs and a golem. They also mentioned a journal all focused on golem, which is kind of cool. I think the narrative scenarios would be pretty cool to play, and I think they'll be extra playable because I feel like he'll be in scenarios that are like low model counts too. So I'm excited to see that and see what that looks like. But as for the sculpt, what do you guys think of that new Shelob model?
I think is one of GW's best Middle-earth models.
That's nuts.
No, it's awesome. It looks so cool. We've only seen like photoshopped, fully heavy metal painted version of it, but from what I've seen, it's up there. I would say it's top 5 models, which is a shame it came out now because we just talked about models we liked, but I think it's up there.
I thought it was pretty awesome. It looked cool. Looked like it had a lot of good detail. Spiders, it's like are in a weird spot of like how much you can like do to them, but I think they did a really solid job.
Yeah,
And
what's the stuff on her face and stuff?
It's like
eyes.
Is that in? No, there's like orange bubbly stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, when I was painting my shield, or when I was repainting it, because I painted it a long time ago, and I decided not to really touch it because all the scenes with Shelob in the movie are quite dark, and it's I think some of them are like it's like a reimagined sort of Shelob just to give her some color.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure how like movie accurate it is, and obviously she doesn't have a proper description in the book.
That was the only thing that surprised me because I was trying to figure out what it was today when I was looking at it because I didn't remember ever seeing her like that in the movies.
Maybe
Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
Maybe just eye pus. You know, nasty
Eye pus.
creatures have like nasty eye stuff. You never know.
You're so weird. If you look on the old GW model, it has that same kind of thing. Obviously not as detailed, but they did the same kind of style.
Yeah, I think it's a nice model. I don't think it's a top 5 model, but I think
You don't
it's
think so?
it's nice enough. Yeah.
I'll definitely be pre-ordering it and playing with my Kirthungel. I know Kirthungel is one of my new display board ideas I have, I'll say it, since this model came out. I want something like really, really cool, probably more than I can handle. I don't know if it'll turn out, but this model definitely makes me want to play Kirthungel.
You came out with a plan in your mind as soon as they teased this model. You're like, I now have a display board idea.
Well, I already had the idea, but this model's making me want to pursue it.
I don't think you can prove that you already had the idea. It sounds like you're a bit of a bandwagoner.
Yeah,
Bandwagoner for
like you've never
Kirthungel.
even played Kirthungel before.
I've played one of a whole event. I
No.
did actually pretty decently.
Now that she gets the new model, all of a sudden Andrew's a Kirthungel player.
I had a Kirthungel list before there was a Kirthungel Legendary Legion. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Did the do you think the model is going to be about the same size, or do you think it might be bigger?
I think it'll be same base size. 60 mil, I think it is. I'm trying to look at mine. I think it's 60.
I think it'll be the same base size, but I think the model looks like it fills more of the base.
Yeah, the model's bigger.
The model
Plus
looks
there's
bigger.
rocks on the base too.
Yeah.
True.
But the pose is so dynamic, and you see her like stinger coming down. It's really, really sweet model.
Yeah.
Now they're not gonna change rules or anything for her. Do you think we see her played more just because it's such a sweet model? Do you think people will break out Kirthungel list more, or do you think it's
It'll be a
just
slight uptick. The list is in a weird place, as we know, because it hinges on fighting men, elves, and dwarves, which is probably like, what would we say is that 60% of lists, 75% of lists.
Yeah, there's definitely, at least in our area, more people play good lists.
Yeah, but
And
even
some evil ones do count. But
yeah, evil men, Harad used to win.
Yeah.
So I think you can. It just feels so bad when you come up against an orc, goblin, Uruk-hai, and you're like, well, I'm losing out on all Shelob's good stuff.
Yeah, that extra attack is huge.
Yeah, you really, really need it. You really need it, because one attack, like, she has monsters charged, so she goes up to 2 on the charge, but if you ever get tagged with one attack, like, and then you take a cheeky wound and flee, same rules as the dragons, like, that's rough.
I think that's the better part, having the extra attack, being able to not have priority and still be okay, because you're going to be a 2 attack, killing an orc for a banner reroll or something. Like, there's still like a bit of chance that you win the fight and are able to barge and recharge or something like that.
Don't forget too that she's not just in the Kirthungel list. You can't add her to the Army of the Great Eye. Obviously, she loses a special rule, but I wonder if the Kirthungel players will probably still play Kirthungel as they will. Maybe the slight uptick, but the people that play Grand Army or Great Army of the Eye or whatever it is,
Army of the Great Eye.
sure.
You just said it right.
I don't know. But
Clearly.
maybe you get more people willing to put Shelob in there.
Yeah, there might be a few more just because
it's a cool model. At least for the first bit while the model's out fresh and people are like, oh, cool, nice model. I want to add this to my list. But I don't have Shaggy or the bag. What do I want to do?
Shaggy or the bag?
Shaggy and the bag.
Yeah, I mean, in Kirthungel, you're only getting the one, not only, it's a very good rule, but it's basically she can kill one of your own orcs within 1 inch of her to declare a heroic move without calling with me.
Yeah, which is
and
great.
it is one rule, but it is a pretty powerful rule. Like, if you lose priority, you can just be like, nah, I'm still going to get my charge off. Or at least make you roll for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the better part is almost making them spend might points for a 6-point warrior model, right? Like,
yeah,
being able to trash an orc just to get a might point off of a hero is pretty big. And then it even comes down to the 50-50 roll still, right?
Yeah, so. It is a good rule. And yeah, so when we say she's only losing 1 rule, it's a good rule.
Yeah.
But I think she's still playable. Maybe 100 point. Well, it's kind of weird because I think she's appropriately costed. But at 100 points, if you might want to take other stuff for 100 points in Army of the Great Eye.
Yeah, it's crazy how close her and a troll are to each other. Like a troll, mortal troll being 90 points. Like
Yeah,
I feel like she's better. She's a little more risky, not as consistent,
yeah,
and not as, but still just as much of a tank. Like I mean, mortal troll's what, D7 with 4 wounds. She's D7 with 6 wounds, but courage testing.
yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I think, like, I know I see a lot of people running like more trolls and stuff. I wonder if this new model all of a sudden becomes slotting a shield lob in there instead for a little more fun.
Yeah, I do think that Shelob has play. Like 10-inch move, you ignore terrain, which is really neat. Like almost like you have fly, not quite. Like dominant 4, you can play Shelob and not feel bad about it.
Yeah,
She's a good
unlike
model.
last edition,
Yeah,
where there was a lot more feel bad moments with her. Now
yeah,
like she feels like she could play in other lists. Kira Thungle just gives her that extra protection, one might think.
yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, even being like strength 7 means you're knocking down other strength 6 monsters, right?
Mm.
And so, because I think what it is, are eagles 6 or 7? You're knocking down like cave trolls, hill trolls. Like you're able to actually like almost go into a monster match a little better too.
Yeah, getting monstrous charge to begin with. Trolls don't get monstrous charge.
Yeah, yeah. She's a really cool model. I think it'd be cool to see her out more. But
Yeah.
I'll definitely be playing Kirthungle more once I get this. I'm gonna pre-order and paint it up. It's just, yeah, I think it's a really good model.
yeah, it is really cool. What do you guys think of the Golem model?
Fine.
It's all right. I'd like to
I-
see it. I'd like to see me paint it to know what it really looks like. I feel like a lot of Forge World stuff, they do a lot of, well, I guess it's not Forge World anymore, but it's sort of painted in that style. Like 300s is the first one that came out, and the Legolas face was like really sharp and had really odd highlighting. And then you see
Yeah, I
someone else
remember.
paint it, and it's like, oh, this actually looks not that bad. This looks fine. So I kind of want to get my hands on it and paint it before I judge or see someone else paint it. Because they did the highlighting really weird. That I feel like the teeth really, really come out, and that's not really a focal point of what
Yeah,
golems should be.
the hair is pretty wild on it. At least the picture they have of it painted the way they have it. The face and the hair just makes it really look like an odd model.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna reserve my judgment till I paint it myself and see what it actually looks like, not the weird style they do.
I
That's
think
fair.
for me, there's just better Schmeagle / Golem models already out there. Like I
There's
really
some
like the
good
one
ones.
where there's that giant rock and he's like crawling down.
Yeah.
So
I
cool.
always thought that one was just like cruel because like normally people are crawling up, but you got him doing the opposite. And then isn't there a model of him in like the boat from the Hobbit era? Or am I
Mm,
crazy thinking about this?
I thought there was. I don't think he's in the boat. I think he's on like a sort of, not a triangle, but like a cone-shaped rock, I think, and he's kind of like peeking over it. I think that's the Hobbit era model.
Yeah, there's something about like the boat or that I kind of remember.
the boat. I
But
just
like
pulled
to
it up
me,
here.
that just
The boat is a separate on a separate base. There's him crouching on the
Mm.
ground with Bilbo, and then there's another base with just a rock and a boat on it.
okay.
The one that I
Maybe
think
less
is
cool then.
cool. The one that I think is really, there's two that I think are really cool. There's one where he's like huddled on top of a rock, and there's one where he's climbing down the rock face. And like
Yeah. So
I think both of those
the
are
rock face one, I
a
agreed
bit
that the one
neater.
I said,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that
and
one is
then
cool.
the kind of like the pose, like where like in the movies where like they always like went to the cut shots of Schmeagle for like in the caves and stuff, like just crouched up, being all creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing
I
wrong
just
with the one that they made, but it's
they just got so many good ones. It's hard to say that one's the best when there's other ones that are just as cool.
yeah.
They always
Yeah,
seem dynamic.
looking at it now, I think it's a paint job thing. Because the pose is quite good. It's pretty dynamic, but Yeah, the hair is like really odd, and I don't
The
know.
hair is really weird. Yeah.
I feel like if I want to see someone else paint it.
Yeah. Agreed.
And what do we think of Frodo?
Frodo's toes.
Oh,
Got a
um,
feet thread now.
I'll be honest. I have no idea why they've included this.
It was because it was in the old.
Why did they waste the plastic?
It was in the old set, wrapped up Frodo.
Yeah, but
you're,
there's probably going to be a scenario where you can use it, but that's going to be the only time. You're not going to ever take that as your Frodo for.
why wouldn't you? It's a GW model.
It's super
Clearly gives
competitive.
you a good advantage.
No one can see it
There's
Yeah,
no
because
you
you
can
gotta
hide it anywhere.
hide.
There's no chance somebody's bringing this and being like, "Oh, you can't see the model."
Just you
Can
wait.
you see it? I don't know if I'm wrong in this, but my initial reaction is it's an official released Frodo model. Can you see it? No.
This might be greasy, but I would allow it. It is an official model. It is Frodo. Everyone knows it's Frodo. There's
And
no
I mean, when it
confusing
comes
it.
down to it as well, it's Frodo. What's Frodo really going to do for you in any other list you bring him in? Is it going to, it's not like you're got a Isildur lying down that's never going to be seen and can sneak attack people. It's Frodo.
Well, there's like a breaking of the Fellowship where the only way you can break them is by killing Frodo. Now you can just lay down behind a log.
You're not laying
You're
down, you're
gonna,
just chilling. You're
you're
standing
gonna
up.
you would bring this wrapped up Frodo in a breaking of the Fellowship list, is what you're telling me?
I mean, I would never play Breaking to the Fellowship. I wouldn't do this. I'm just saying,
But if you did, you'd bring this lying down Frodo.
I think there's a place for it.
You guys are nuts.
I'm actually curious to see what people think about this take.
Leave a comment. Is
Because
this greasy or is this fair game?
I would agree it's 100% greasy, but it's official model. I think they're
don't
putting themselves in a
know.
weird spot with it. And then releasing it, it's going to be, because like I'm assuming this is just one box. Shelob, Frodo,
one box.
and Gollum. So it probably cost them
This-
nothing to make this. Throw it out there.
Such a weird. There's just a scenario somewhere that's the reason they made this model. And the scenario might be in this 48-page softbook supplement. The Treachery of Goblin features 9 new narrative scenarios covering the Hobbit's journey through Cirith Ungol and their encounters with Shelob and Gollum. What do you
It's a
guys think
shame.
of
Sorry.
a 48-page journal all about the treachery of Gollum, which is just the hobbits going through Cirith Ungol?
First of all, it's a shame there's no new Sam with this set. It feels like if
Yes.
you're gonna do scenarios, you put in all the models. Sam's gonna be in here. He fights
If
orcs.
they-
He fights Shelob.
Yeah, if they put in a Sam with the file of Gladriel,
Yeah,
dude,
That could be cool
that
model.
model might have been the coolest model in this set, to be honest.
yeah, that would have been cool. There is one. We'll have to all find that one if we want to play the scenarios. And it is a fine model, but yeah, it is outdated. And it's probably going to be a little bit small compared to these new ones.
Yeah, and you think this is a prime example to do another really just update a model?
Yeah, just
Hasn't had
go
a new one in a while.
finish it. Do the whole thing. Go all the way. Release all the models. Right? Because then it's kind of like a starter set, right? It's like, okay, you got your models, and then you can just play everything with the book with this one box.
Yeah.
Well, then let's ask this question now before we, because it fits the topic. Do you think there's going to be more released, or do you think Shelob, Gollum, Frodo, and a book about Cirith Ungol is going to be what we get for this? I don't want to call it a supplement because it's not. It's a journal, but
It's
like
a journal.
this next release wave, is this the wave? Is this 3 models? Well, let's call it 2.5 because Frodo's a joke. 2.5 models in a journal.
Well,
Is 2.5 models in a journal all that we're getting?
I didn't think about this till you and someone else in the Ospegil Discord were talking about it. I guess they could do another release, right? With Sam, Shagrak, Gorbag. That would
Yeah.
be the other thing
Half
you would
of it.
do. 3 and 3.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me think there's more coming is because this supplement is actually 9 scenarios going through Cirith Ungol. It only highlights their encounters with Shelob and Gollum in this article, but there's no way you get 9 scenarios of just two
Shelob and
hobbits, Shelob and Gollum, right? So there's got to
Yeah.
be them in the tower with Shagrad and Gorbag.
Yeah, rescuing Frodo.
So does
Mordor
that
Uruk-hai?
mean-
Do we see new Mordor Uruk-hai or orcs, or like there's, you think about what's there, basically what they just released plus Sam, Shagrad, Gorbag, and 2 warrior types.
It's not a lot to have for them to have to worry about to update, and they're pretty good things. Like the Mordor Uruk-hai are things that probably need an update. Mordor orcs.
No, they're great. Orcs could use one. Mordor Uruk-hai, I think, they hold up quite well.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even think Mordor orcs are that bad. Like you think about all the things that are 20 years old, they would not be at the top of my list for needing new sculpts.
Yeah.
No, they're not that bad either. But out of everything that could be,
I think
could
they'd
they
sell
be
a lot.
nicer too if they update them?
If they came out with sweet orc models, like think about how many people have an evil orc army, right? Like
everyone.
Almost.
And it covers a lot of stuff doing orcs. Like you cover, like doing Rohan, you cover one sort of area. Releasing Mordor orcs, or just technically orcs, you cover Angmar, you cover every Mordor list, like Isengard, you cover so much with just one release.
Yeah,
so
one box
makes
of
sense
warrior
to
models.
do that.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll do it. I think if they're going to do it does seem odd there's no Sam, doesn't it? Now that we're talking about it, it seems like there might be a Sam coming out. Although I still think there's going to be new Riders of Rohan, and that's not happening as far as I can tell. So who knows?
No,
it seems like one of the easiest things they could have done was do new Riders of Rohan. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm not claiming to be right here, but it does seem like the missing Sam is kind of weird.
The only thing I'll say about Sam is it would be an extremely weird packaging to have Frodo in one box and then Sam packaged with
Shaggy in the bag.
Or maybe we get a shirtless Frodo. So Sam and Frodo in the tower.
There could be 2 Frodo models.
Down all tight, like roped up.
There could be 2 Frodo models.
Okay, let's hear your theories. If you had to pick, if you had to bet they're gonna release one box, what is the box that you're gonna bet on?
You mean one additional box to cure Thungle?
Yeah,
I think it's going to be Sam, Shagrad, Gorbag. I think they're going to redo.
No, I don't think that's such weird packaging. Sam with Shagrad and Gorbag.
No, because there's a scene.
You have to buy Frodo to get you have to buy Shelob to get Frodo or whatever.
There's going to be missions where it's Sam, because Sam I guess he doesn't fight Shagrad and Gorbag, does he? But he fights Mordor Uruk-hai.
Oh, he stabs the bag in the back.
In the movie, he stabs Gorbag.
But Shagrad's gone by then.
Yeah, he's ran off with the Mithril vest.
But I think that's my bet. I'm holding to that.
A 3-hero pack.
It seems like the most logical thing. They're going to charge $5,000 for it. I'm going to buy it.
I think there's going to be a Shagrad Gorbag pack.
Just the 2.
Yeah, and then I also think they're going to have a Sam Frodo from In the Tower, but we'll see. Shagrad and Gorbag would be my bet if they're going to release something else for this.
Yeah. The weird thing about Shagrad is they had the new model, like the War Leader one, and then they nixed the War Leader. They were like, we're done with this.
I never liked that model.
Was weird though. That one was that one was basically made up for somebody that's not made up, right?
Yeah, I agree.
It was maybe a weird just model. Updating the old Shagrad to like a newer. If he still I'd hope he'd still be holding the Mithril vest. Because that was like a pretty significant thing with his old model.
Is there one of him holding a vest?
The only one available.
Yeah, the only one. That's what's in his other hand. Yeah.
No, him and Gorbag could use an update, man. They're pretty dated.
And they're
a bit more
so many
pose.
Yeah, they have so many poses from the movies you can go from. Mm-hmm. They could be really, really cool models.
I'd like to see Shagrad either holding the vest out or like holding it up or something like that. Like, make it the centerpiece or whatever. But
like doing like a holding it up, sort of like how Ugluk's holding the head. He could be like maybe holding the vest.
I was thinking
in the movie he's
kind of in front of him.
He's kind of skulking with it.
Yeah,
and like looking around. That's not a very. It's not a very cool model to play with. But
yeah, would be. Where did actually? Well, let me ask this: where did Sting go in the movie? Did Shagrat take that too? No,
No,
Sam had
Sam
it.
had
Never
it
mind.
because
I answered my own question. Yeah,
this
sorry.
guy wants to be
Tangent.
Quizmaster. Doesn't even know where Sting
Honestly,
is.
I think I'm already ahead on Quizmaster because I'm not getting questions wrong in front of everybody.
Yeah, Zach.
This week, anyways.
Oh, Zach, did you say what you think you're going to see come out if they
No,
release
I
something else?
didn't, but I don't know. I'm kind of with you guys. Shagrat and Gorbag are dated. Could use something. Throwing Sam in there may be weird, but at the same time, you kind of need it if you want to play these scenarios. But then again, that wouldn't be the first time GW's just like, this is the release.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Like, do I go out on the wild card here and say this is it? We're not actually getting anything else besides the book
I would
and
not be
Shelob.
surprised.
That's
I
my
would
next
not be
question
surprised.
was,
Like,
do you think we're actually going to get anything else?
I wouldn't be
want
surprised.
to.
That's it.
I want to believe we are,
I don't think we
but
are.
I'm not 100% sure.
Dude, after No Riders of Rohan, I don't know what to think anymore.
And that's the big
How do
thing.
you not do that?
You release new Warriors of Rohan. You're doing a whole Rohan thing. You got new heroes. What's the next step? Riders. What do you play as a Rohan army? Riders. So what would make sense to have a new model for? Riders. What have we not had 6-8 months later? New riders.
Yeah.
So why would we get a Shaggy in the bag and Sam?
It's just weird there's no Sam if he's gonna be in, like, obviously he's gonna be in the scenarios, right?
Weird that we have no new riders.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. And I'm
That's
upset
the
about
logic that I'm going off of right now is why would you get them if you didn't get riders on the previous
it.
journal?
Yes, it's true.
Because you can't have that many Rohan releases.
I don't think new riders is a lot to ask for. You know,
It's
like,
like
when
nothing
the-
else.
I think there's a limit when you have, I don't know how many, but like between the new Theodred, the new Aemir that we got recently, all the new War of the Rohirrim heroes, they had to do no new warriors for the brand new box set, right? But they didn't put any riders in there, probably because they didn't want to make new sculpts.
They should have done, though. There should have
Yeah,
been
I
new
don't know.
riders. Anyway, this isn't about War of the Rohirrim.
No, we're
I hope with all my heart that they're going to release a Sam. Because
That'd be cool.
it feels like there should be. And I'm honestly, well, you would just think, right, that they would package this as some kind of mini starter set, right? Where you can buy one box, you have Shelob, Gollum, Frodo, Sam, and you paint everything, and then you can play through, like, how many scenarios? Like 4 or 5? Well, no. Realistically, how
9.
many
Did
scenarios?
we say 9?
There's 9 scenarios, but probably 4 or 5 of them will be centered around Gollum and Shelob dueling Frodo
And Frodo and Sam, yeah.
and Sam
That's the
showing
other
up,
crazy
right?
thing. 9 scenarios. What are the 9 scenarios going to be if you don't
I
have
think-
other new stuff?
Well, let's go through it.
I think you could go. The fact that it's just Cirith Ungol is weird, but you can do. There could be a mini scenario to start where it's Gollum throwing bread away so that Sam has to get kicked out.
I think there will be a climbing of the steps scenario. And it's going to be like, you need, like, this plays vertically kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think there will be that. And then they go into the, I forget
Well, Sam gets kicked out, and then Gollum leads Frodo in.
Yeah, and there'll be a scenario with, like, Frodo and Gollum.
Running away from Shelob, and then maybe the final battle outside with Shelob before Frodo
I know
gets
there's running away from Shelob. There will be Frodo throwing Gollum down the hole, and then there will be Shelob catching Frodo, and then Sam attacking Shelob.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
bet.
And then
4?
Yeah.
And
then
Five if you include a climbing or
there's
a throwing bread off the edge scenario.
There's got to be.
Okay. Would there be a scenario Shagrat, Mordor Uruk-hai versus the bag and Mordor Orcs?
100%.
That's got to be a
Yeah,
scenario.
a brawl one. That
That's
would
gotta be
actually be a
one of
lot
them.
of fun.
And there's got to be one for Sam fighting his way through.
And then
Probably a mini scenario with Frodo and Gorbag and Shagrat all in that room. I don't know how you'd do it, but
Like
Yeah,
a
something like
3-person
that.
scenario, one person gets.
No,
No,
like
it'd be
Frodo
too
probably doesn't
quick.
do anything. It's probably just Gorbag and Shagrat trying to grab the mithril
Right.
coat and get out or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, 9
In
scenarios is a
the
lot just for this one section of movie.
it is hard.
Without new
Would-
stuff. Like if they release new models for everything, it'd be like, okay, you're coming up with a book to go along with these like 5-6 models that we're releasing updates for that we just think are pretty cool, which they are well deserved to get it. Let's give them a book. 'Cause we all saw what the last journal was, and unfortunately, substance not great. Had some cool stuff in it, but not a huge selling point, I think.
I would like to say, I think, like, in a vacuum, the journals are awesome.
Yes.
They're priced well. They have tons of hobby stuff in there, which is, I think, the community was asking for, just like the old
First books.
trilogy rule books, right? Like, they're great. It was like $35 Canadian. It was like I'll always buy it. I'll buy another journal. The problem is that we're like rule stars, sort of. Not really star. We just had a new edition, but it feels like they're missing opportunities, which is why we're sort of a little bit down on the journals, because it just feels like for a little bit more effort and making us wait a little bit longer and making us pay a little bit more, it could be even better than they are. So
Like update some lists.
yeah.
Like Kirith Ungol as an army list could really use a rules refresh. Like maybe give them a different army bonus. Animosities, meh.
I think
Like
you
it
just need
can
to
be
rework
good,
animosity.
but
Animosity is hard to. I think I didn't expect refresh lists, but like we did for, or like you guys did for the Rohan journal, like new lists that are clearly missing.
yeah,
I think is reasonable. I don't think there's a list missing from Kirith Ungol.
Yeah.
Kirith Ungol is the list.
Yeah, and I think the list is fine. It's not hyper competitive, but it's fine. It's a good list. It's fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I think it's actually a good journal topic because I don't think anything needs new rules. I think everything's okay. But it just does feel weird getting all these books with no new rules.
Yeah. I think they are
Yeah.
good prize support though for like events and stuff. Handing out a
Yeah.
journal that's like a prize. I think it's a great prize.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we should mention that it in the article it noted that there's complete painting guides for Gollum, Shelob, and Webbed Up Frodo. It also has hints and tips for creating gaming tiles to represent the lair of Shelob. I imagine that's part of a scenario using some form of gaming tiles for that one. And then it also has how you create pools of brackish water, like in the Dead Marshes, how to turn the Gondor Mansion and Ruins kits into terrain for your Ascilias sewers. So we might even actually, based off of that, we might see like an Ascilias sewers scenario maybe.
We could really wheel these
Marshes.
scenarios back. Dead
Yeah,
Marshes, the
way
3
further.
So we need a new Sam.
Yeah,
Once
well,
again,
it sounds like there's going to be a Sam.
If they're doing Dead Marshes scenarios, we might get a Garrison of Ithilien scenario too.
Yep.
Like at,
Yeah.
at the Forbidden Pool or something. Or
yeah.
Black March.
That scene makes me sad, especially in the movie.
And you could also do them like a scenario while they're at Asciliath.
I think they'll keep it to like minimal. Like everything's going to be like less than 10 models, I think. Except for maybe the brawl. Hopefully they do a brawl.
Brawl, I think,
for
cool.
Uruk-hai.
The brawl would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Who do you think
that would be
win?
actually? I don't play a lot of narrative stuff, but I think that one would be fun to do. I think I have probably almost all the models for it as well.
Who would win?
I don't know, man. Uruk-hai is scary, but orcs are no joke, man. They're vicious. There's lots of them.
Good take. Good take.
Thanks. I don't know who'd win.
Cool. So the book could be interesting. I wonder what they do with it. That does, talking about terrain like that, it does make you think maybe they do go back a bit further.
Yeah, if there's a Dead Marshes scenario and a Ascilias sewer scenario where they're trying to escape.
Yeah, they have guides to make terrain for that. So you'd imagine if they're making that terrain, hopefully it's in the book as like a
Yeah,
scenario
pretty cool.
to play with.
Makes
But
sense.
and then the only last thing that really bugs me is all this will be available to pre-order in the coming months. So who knows how long?
Yeah. Well, what was the last thing we were waiting for? Something Rohan, and it said in the coming months, and then it was like 2 weeks later. It finally came out.
Was that the
but then
Phaedron?
other stuff earlier this year where it was in the coming months and it came out like months.
Was it in the coming months or was it in the future at some point?
In the near future or something.
Like,
yeah, I don't
their
know.
phrasing was all over the place.
I'd love to see it up for pre-order before Christmas, but we'll see. It's getting pretty close.
Yeah.
It might be Q1 instead of Q4.
I think that would have been nice to do something like that for Christmas. Because, like, if you're thinking about a Christmas gift, that's actually not a bad Christmas gift. One box, you get Shelob wrapped up Frodo in a book. Like, probably not in the grand scheme of GW. It's probably not that pricey.
The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of frustrated that this wasn't like a little mini box game.
That
well, it depends what they do with the journal, right? Like, we're thinking that it's all going to be like mini scenarios, but they could be doing larger stuff. They could be doing like what Frodo, Sam, and Gollum are doing during the Rangers of Ithilien ambushing the Mumax, right? Like, they could be doing stuff on that scale too.
Eating rabbit stew and potatoes. Honestly, actually, I would play the hell out of that. Sounds like so much fun.
But where's the Sam?
I think there's going to be a Sam. If they don't, I will write a letter to GW.
And if you are going that far back, well, I guess in a way, if there was another box, my guess maybe just an actual standing upright Frodo and a Sam.
Yeah.
Because
could be that as well.
Webbed up, they're not going to use him in a scenario going through the sewers of a skill yet. That doesn't make sense.
Unless you're a greasy player like us, but
not like me. You two are the greasy ones tonight.
You're the resident grease correspondent, actually.
I don't know how you're not the one agreeing with this.
I've never done a greasy thing in my life.
Okay.
I think we've recorded you talking about greasy things in your life.
Do you want to hear? So the past couple of nights I've been reorganizing my hobby space.
Nice.
And so I've been going through like all my old stuff. So I think I sent you guys a picture. I had like a GW little pamphlet from like 2007. And it was like, you got stickers for buying the boxes and another sticker for painting it. And the GW employee would sign the spot or whatever, right? I think Zach and I went to the GW and did that when we were really young.
And Oshawa.
So I've been going through all my stuff. And then I found some Articon stuff. And I had this memory of one of my games there. And I think it's so funny. But you remember how when we were there, like a lot of the tables, there was like 3 or 4 different types of tables, but they just kind of repeated themselves throughout the thing. And they were all there wasn't a ton of terrain, but like they tried to make it like every board edge mirrored the other board edge. Like if there was a rune in one corner, it was the opposite corner with another rune and everything like that. So I remember the guy I played, it was an Irish guy and he had an Isengard force, like a bunch of berserkers and stuff and like all the scout captains because you could do whatever back then. And so we walk up to the table. It was like the 4th game. It was the last game of the first day, I think. And we walk up and like go through their armies and whatever. We roll off to see who gets picked the table edge. So I win, and like it's a nothing roll, right? It doesn't mean anything. And so he's like, okay, yeah, you pick the table edge. So and then he's like, okay, then you could just deploy first for your side. I'm like, oh, actually, I want that table edge. And then just to be like, just to make him think. And so I ended up making him switch table edges on a board that was actually completely mirrored. It was such a random memory to have, and it was like, I still get a crack out of it, man. That was like 8 years
greasy,
ago.
Dude.
You're so greasy.
That's basically that's your strategy of thinking out loud.
That's just funny. He literally gave me the weirdest look. He's like,
hey, you can go first. Actually, you know what? I want that die.
So you made him walk, like, how far away was the walk around the table? Because some of them were quite far.
We were right on the edge. So it was literally just a couple steps.
Okay. I was going to say, he would have had to walk around too. It's not like he's just making this guy do it. He's also got to do the big.
Oh yeah. No, it didn't affect the game or anything, but it was still super funny to do them.
Oh my God.
But
Do you have anything to say about that?
that's funny. Anyway,
Did you win that game?
we actually drew. That was my one tie. So
Nice.
probably would have been a loss if I didn't
Disappointing.
switch table edges.
Yeah, probably.
That's disappointing. Do you guys want to talk about how you did at that tournament?
Not of that one, but the year after. I'll
Better
let
than
Tom-
Andrew.
Yeah, how did you do at that tournament, Andrew? In
I
2018.
came in 2019. I got 35th at Articon.
Yeah, well, I got 28th, but what did you do in 2018?
I don't remember. I don't want to talk about it.
Like 165th?
I don't want to talk. I feel like I'm on Ellen DeGeneres right now, and she won't leave me alone. Okay, how about you shut up, Ellen? Dirtbag.
But actually, I think that's it for talking about the new release stuff. Do you guys want to go over some lists? We were going to talk about Kira Thungol and Garrison of Athelion, just because those are the two that you can play. You can play Shelob and Kira Thungol, and then the three Frodo, Sam, and Smeagol in the Garrison of Athelion. Did you guys have any thoughts about actually playing them? I know we talked a bit about Shelob actually already, about like playing her in Army of the Great Eye and stuff. Have you guys ever seen Frodo, Sam, and Gollum in that Garrison list?
I think Zach. What the first tournament when this came out, we went to. Zach and I were driving back from it, and we were looking through the new lists because it was only the first event, and we came across Garrison. We're like, oh, you can take Frodo, Sam, and Gollum. That sounds like a lot of fun. And we were reading it, and the more we read it, the more equally we thought it was cool, but also terrible at the same time. It's hard to fit them in, and like. Before anyone loses their mind, like, yeah, you take Frodo and Sam, and Sam heroic combats with Faramir, and that's good and fine. But Frodo and Sam are 120 points together.
25
that's a
points,
lot
I
of
think.
Minas Tirith.
In that
80,
list,
80
Frodo's
and 40,
80
no?
and Sam's 45.
Okay, 40. Okay, either way,
Because
just
he did give him the Elven Cloak in the list.
you got to take the Elven Cloaks.
I think so.
Yeah,
Frodo's 80 and Sam's 45. So
okay, 45.
It's a hefty
points. That's a huge tax
tax.
for assuming they even both stay alive. You get 2 VPs. It's like
Which can be good.
One bad combat and they die. You know, like Frodo's a little bit tanky but man, like you can gank Sam so easily.
Unless you're playing over like 750, 800, like it's really tough to fit them in. Like I drew up like a 600 point list that had all the stuff that you want, like a couple Knights of Minas Tirith, a banner, and then just warriors and rangers for the rest of it. And it ended up being like Faramir and a captain with full warbands, and then Frodo, Sam, and Smeagol at 600 points. So you only have 32 models for a list that, like, it's good. It's all right. It's not great.
No, it's not. You're not going to be winning any tournaments with it.
Being able to get extra VPs outside of the scenario is good.
Yes, it's powerful. But there's
in
actually
this particular case, it's really difficult because either you're keeping the 3 of them, 2 of them, 1 of them, whatever you choose, away from combats, just like complete out of the game. But now you've got 125, 100 and what it would be 55 then if you had Smeagol too.
155.
Yeah, so that's a lot of points not doing anything for your list, who generally has a lower defense. You want to be able to have the numbers so you can max that 50% bow and really shoot up your opponent. Now you got 150 points not helping you with that.
With the 50% bow, it really feels like you're handicapping yourself. Like you want to hoard out to get your bows. That's kind of the point of the list. And then you drop 155 point tax on 3 models to get you 1 bow, 2 bows instead of like 6 or 7.
You don't have to play that either. You could just have a bunch of tin cans as well.
I think it's more competitive without them, for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Without them.
To be honest,
like to see
I
some
think
people give it a shot.
If I get why they have the rule that you can only take Sam if you have Frodo, and you can only take Smeagol if you have Frodo and Sam. If they didn't have that rule, I think you would see it all the time. A Smeagol or a Sam dropped in the back.
Yeah.
Because 30 or
Just
40
not
points,
Frodo.
it's like, oh yeah, that's worth a chance at an extra VP and a might point or so.
Yeah, it's the original Frodo tax. It's
The 80 points is like, it's a lot for.
Yeah.
I mean, he brings 2 might points and he's kind of tanky with 3 fate and everything, but
he also moves 4 inches. He's gonna be
4 inches.
fall behind.
Yeah. No, and he's not though. Like, he's a bit of a tar pit with heroic defense too, but you don't want to be. You're not taking an 80-point hero just to throw him at something to hold it up and die eventually, right?
Yeah.
Fog of War could be a really good scenario for him.
Yeah, I just
Like if you were building for a specific scenario, like you weren't going to a tournament where it could be anything, but like you have games and you're playing Fog of War, bringing all 3 of them, I think has some legs. Because then you're opening up who you can protect, who they might be trying to attack. Obviously, you're then if they all survive, you're getting extra VPs that way too. But it's still it's
Yeah.
tax. I think fun game nights for sure. If you're looking competitive, it's tough. Unless there's people smarter than us out there that have figured it out and we're just really dumb.
I think the list is actually competitive if you don't take them. Like, if you just hoard out, max your bow limit, and just go for
Yeah.
model count over the 3. Because, like, if you think about it, taking the 3 of them for 155 points, that's basically a 60-point captain, which is fight 5 and 2 attacks and might points.
2 might.
And I think you get 9 or 10 more models. Like, you almost get a captain and a full warband for those 3 models. It's like, what's worth more, right?
And in these lists, you can take Damrod 45 points, Anborn 40 points, or that Mablung guy 40 points.
you have
You
cheap
could-
heroes, yeah.
They lean into your shooting as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just they might
2
be
of them
better.
are only 2 of them can only lead 6 models, but yeah.
Okay, you put a simple way of looking. You could take Anborn and Mablung for 80 points. That's Frodo. And then you'd have Schmeagol and Sam to fill out the warbands. You probably do or get close to it.
Smeagol's actually has a decent profile.
Smeagol
2
and Sam
attacks.
both have decent profiles.
Just
Yeah.
die.
Two attacks on both. Smeagol has fight 4.
Yeah, Smeagol's fight 4.
It's
not
weird to
bad.
imagine Smeagol. It's weird to imagine Smeagol calling a heroic move for a bunch of Gondorians.
Yeah, that is strange. He should probably not. He should probably not be allowed to affect other models.
Yeah, but you do that now. All of a sudden, that's hampering them even more again on bringing them into the list. You got to give them a reason besides just the VPs to have them in the list.
I think you could drop his points by 5 and give him his heroic moves. His heroic actions only affect Frodo and Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's already a bargain at 30
he's already a
points.
bargain. I think it's like a neat little fluff thing you can add in, and he has 1 might point,
Yeah,
He's
it's
101,
not going to
right?
make or break a scenario.
No. If you could take him without Frodo and Sam, you'd take him every scenario. Or
Yeah.
every
Yes.
time you play this list, but
He would fit. But
He's a pretty good
alas,
model.
he's the bottom of the tier, and there's a lot of points in between him and the rest. And you could go on and what you want about Sam and his free hero combats towards Frodo, but then you're putting him up there, 1 botched combat. Like, you want to get him in with Faramir, but what if Faramir then gets peeled off? Sam's probably going to get wrecked. And now you're like, well, was that really worth it? Or was that 4 more Rangers, which could be 2 more bows to your overall list, 3 bows? It's a tough call.
yeah, the Sam heroic combat is cool. Like, what is it? He gets a free one every time Frodo's in a fight within 6 inches of him.
Yeah.
But then you're also putting Frodo in a fight, which not ideal, but it's fine. But then, like, trying to, like, I know a lot of people talk about getting Sam and Faramir in a fight, so Faramir gets a free heroic technically and stuff like that. But like, it's never gonna work out like that.
No.
Like, coming up against like actual battle lines and stuff, everything's so tight. Like,
Yeah.
trying to get Faramir and Sam onto the same guy
Yep.
is going to be
I
a
think
lot harder than.
I think late game, assuming Sam lives, when like stuff's like running towards objectives and stuff like that, I think that's when it comes into play. But again, the problem is that Sam moves 4 inches.
And
He's
he has
left
to charge
behind after
towards the
one
fight
turn.
with Frodo. It's not
Yeah.
like he can go
So
wherever he
yeah,
wants. He's got to go towards Frodo. So you can't just use it to peel off and go for an objective.
yeah, it's pretty restrictive.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the first half if you do take them, the first half of the battle, they have to stand behind your line and do nothing.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, that's 4. If you have all 3 of them, it's 5 might points that you're going to toss in and try to make a play on something. But it doesn't feel right.
Unfortunately.
No. Yeah.
It's super thematic, and
it feels tough.
I'd love to see
Yes.
it out there. I'd love to see it in use. Just know
It would have
that
been really cool if, like, instead of having them be in the list, because they never really fight with Faramir and stuff, right? Imagine if instead of them being added and you play them and they're an extra VP, imagine they came out with like they all go on to like a 60 mil base or something. So you could put all 3 bases on there and they act as like you move that as one, and your whole game is they don't do anything. You bring them for an extra 50 points or something, but you can move them 4 inches around the board and you have to try to keep them alive. And if you keep them alive, you get the extra 2 VPs or something.
That would be interesting. Yeah, something like that.
Or even, yeah, give him like a couple special rules, like one game abilities, like so, like one rule based on Sam, one rule based on Frodo, one based on Gollum, sort of thing.
Stuff,
like if they're all on like the same base, you're like, okay, use that rule, and you get once a game, something happens. Could be an interesting take.
I think even just having like a restriction of like they have to stay within 3 the whole game, right? Something like that. And if they get pushed back, you have to return them to 3 as soon as possible, as directly as possible.
Yeah,
I think that does seem better than just having overpriced Frodo. The issue is Frodo. He's so expensive, but he has to because he has Sting, he has Mithril Coat, he has the ring. It unfortunately just doesn't equal any output. He doesn't get anything done.
no,
He's just a slow, tanky hobbit that doesn't do anything.
No, yeah, with the ring on, like he can't even buddy up anymore, right? Like, he if he's in a fight, everybody else gets kicked out. So
yeah,
no,
that's tough.
don't get kicked out.
Yeah.
That was the decision that they get kicked out.
Sorry, they don't get. He doesn't have the fight value.
Yeah,
so he can be in a fight, but it doesn't. He's not really benefiting you. He's just adding a 1 fight value 3 attack.
yeah. Which one attack, is always, I guess, good. It's one more dice in a fight, but
1 dice is 1 dice. Yeah.
in a dice game, that's all you need is 1 to hit a 6, and you're good.
It feels like all of the army lists that can get extra points are not super competitive. It didn't, which is probably fine. Not to say that they're bad, they're just not like top tier, which is probably fine. They're kind of like a niche thing. It
just
would have
won
been
a
nice
local
to see something
tournament.
better. Besiegers didn't?
Yeah. I wonder how many Shank and Raw VPs helped out in that.
0.
Probably 0, but I'm really hoping to hear about like one game like actually made a difference.
That's a tough one.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, but what is the Expedition to the East? We don't see that. Doesn't seem super competitive. Seems okay.
That I think
I
is
just don't think we've seen anyone play it.
When's the last time you seen anybody play Myrn and Draw?
I think I've seen it. I think I've seen the models 1 time in real life. That's it. And then Reclamation of Moria, which eventually I'll maybe play one day.
Did they have a VP's extra rule?
Isn't it VPs?
For what army, sorry?
Reclamation of Moria?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the army bonus.
I'm trying to think. I don't even remember reading it.
Double check.
No, I'm looking up Expedition to the East.
Oh man, great! Filling the waves now. While these people do some reading.
I own the Amurin and Gerard model. I don't have a
do?
Kyrion. Oh yeah, I do, dude. You should take them because I don't have any dwarves or anything.
Why did you
And then
get
you can actually play
those?
this list.
Oh, I'd actually love to
I
play
think
this list. Because for those who
It
listened to
seems
the last
fun.
episode, I talked about how I really like that Kyrian model.
Yeah.
This would
It
actually
seems
be a
like a fun
perfect
list.
opportunity to play it.
You got dwarves, you got Minister. That seems fun, but it's not super.
Good
It's not super
defense.
strong. Yeah, just
Why
so
did you get Burn and Draw? Like, you got them in metal?
okay. This is
Yep.
what people want to hear. They want to hear about when Will got Murn and Draw. Okay, that's what they
I'm
really want to
sorry.
know about.
I'm curious, but yeah,
Reclamation
fair enough.
Moria. Okay, well, let me tell you about Reclamation Moria instead. Okay,
People really
at
want
the
to
end
hear
of the
about
game,
that.
if you control, oh gosh, can you cut me off more, please?
Just wait
At
till
the
you start
end of the
talking.
So
game,
Murn and
again.
Draw.
oh my
Murn and
gosh,
Draw both have too many.
you guys are too much.
Okay, go Andrew.
At the end of the game, if you control more objectives than your opponent, or if they're in possession of, or if you are in possession of more objectives than your opponent, you score an additional 2 VPs.
Okay, so it helps you in probably half,
Okay.
little over half the scenarios.
Yeah, but again, you got to take Durin, who got nerfed, and
mean Balin?
Balin, who got a little bit nerfed. He's not. To get,
But
if you
see,
get
like,
nerfed, he's just not as good.
The that's a weird one, right? Because if you have more objectives, you're probably already winning the game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in
So win more.
tournaments, that could be actually useful in tournament play because,
Yeah.
winning's winning. But sometimes that VP differential is huge. Getting 2 extra VPs at the end. Like we talked about at the end of our GT. You went 3-1 and you're outside the top 10.
Yeah, I think 11th.
Right?
Yeah.
So say hypothetically, those other 3 games, you get 2 VPs each. That's another 6 VPs potentially on your day. That could actually put you ahead.
Yeah, except I only played one scenario that had objectives on it.
And take
And
back
lost that
everything
one.
I just said. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That was thrown out the window.
That one adds another layer to veto, right? You start vetoing based on whether stuff has objectives on it.
yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not super competitive. If I
No,
want to play my
not
dwarves, I'm going to
fair.
bring Durin.
Dude, I think the
Might do
most fun way to
Expedition
play
to the
dwarves might
East.
be Expedition to the East. it sounds
It
so
looks
cool.
fun. You get a king, right? King of Gondor. Or you just Kyrian?
No, Kyrian and captains. So it's a weird one because you can only have up to 2 warbands at dwarves, just each Murn and Drars.
Yeah.
And then you have Kyrian and then unlimited captains.
Oh, they're only
next year.
fortitude. Everything's fortitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they get the same Arohir and Eladan ability of they each get to lead their own warband now, which is, again, a really nice
they got a
upgrade
big
for
buff.
them.
They got a big buff this edition, I think. Hit both the twins and them just because of that rule, being able to lead 24 models instead of 11. Because last time you had to put one of them into the warband, and then you lost a slot, right?
Yeah. No, but you could get quite a bit of dwarves, and then you could get quite a bit of Gondor. You could hoard out pretty good in that list.
Yeah, 2 basically buffed up dwarf captains for 70 points each.
Yeah.
They can only take rangers and warriors, though, so no elite troops.
Yeah.
Just fine.
It changes
Take
things
a
up
lot
a
of
bit.
rangers in this list.
We're so far off topic right now.
We are off topic. We have veered.
This
We have veered off
is what
topic.
our usual paint nights were, just rambling on about whatever came up.
We are well off topic. Let's bring it back. How did we get on this? Oh, we were talking about extra VPs from Reclamation or from Garrison. And extra
I
VP
guess it makes
lists.
sense.
Okay, I think we've beaten the horse that taking Frodo and Sam and Gollum is all 3 of them is pretty much out of the question. If you want to play competitively, if you want to play for fun, of course, you should take them because it's awesome. It's an awesome rule. But it is tough. Seems like just hoarding out and getting more bows with your 50% bow limit's better. But
yeah,
what do I know?
Maybe, again, probably better players than us would be able to be like, actually, you know what? They're really good. This is how you play it. This is how you win. And be like, oh, yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah.
We're just
or
a
they could
couple of
disagree with
schmucks.
us, that we're right about this.
Yeah, I don't.
One quick point on Kirth Ungol. After Legacies came out, Kirth Ungol got access to orc trackers, which is a 4-up shoot value orc. Still 18-inch bow, but that list needed bows.
Did it get
needs something
shamans
because
too?
it's.
Or
I
was
think
that
you
already
built
in it?
Yeah, it got shamans.
No, I know shamans are in it, but was that like pre-legacy or post-legacy?
No, post Legacy, I'm pretty sure.
Well, shamans are legacy. We discovered that last time, and I couldn't find shamans in the main army book.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh no, it's saying Mortar Orc Shaman. According to Tabletop Admiral, Mortar Orc Shaman doesn't disappear when you hit include Legacy.
Interesting. I couldn't find it in that book. Anyway, I wouldn't take a shaman.
See,
No,
but
I don't
this
think
is a
shamans
list.
are worth it anymore.
This is a weird list where I'm not totally against it.
No,
I could be an
Urkai-
outlier here, but
The problem
Urkai
is
6-up
the
courage.
fury. The fury doesn't apply to the Urukai because it's Mortar Orc.
I'm not thinking about the
And
fury.
your front.
Like so hypothetically here,
something.
what about the curse? Get rid of fate points on big heroes you're fighting. Because
You have
if you
3
get
will
rid of all the
points.
fate on like someone that Shagrat's dueling, now Shaggy gets that 6. He deals 2 wounds per 1 wound. But if he's got fate, that could stop it. Shaman could actually really help him get going.
I just don't think there's enough to get it done.
Yeah.
Because if you already have to take Shagrat and Gorebag, and then you're going to take a shaman.
You don't
If you
have
only
to. You get the privilege of
No,
taking
if you're going
Bag.
to take, if you take a shaman, then you're 3 will points. So let's say you channel one, and then you throw 1 dice at each of the next ones. So you're getting 1 off on the channel, and you're getting 50-50. So let's say 2 off in a game.
Yeah.
Like, what hero doesn't have 3 will points and is probably going to be able to resist? I mean, the channel is a problem. You might get some resources out of them, but like, really, you're getting 2 curses off in the game.
I think I'd probably average out to like 0.9 or something. Like usually you get 1 fade off. I think I'd rather take a captain. Orc captains are actually, I think, underrated.
They're good,
orc captains.
I'm just saying, it's an alternate way of playing the list.
Yeah, alternatively worse, but yeah.
Yeah, if you drop Shelob and take 2 shamans instead, you think that's better?
Well, no, you got to keep Shelob.
She's 100 points.
You got to keep Shelob.
Yeah, but depending on your points,
I think orc trackers. I think orc trackers are a boon to this list. I think they are a big boon to this list. You can also take the drum, but the drum, again, like Fury, only affects the orcs. And you don't really care where your orcs moving fast. You need your Urkai moving fast.
Yeah.
They're the ones that have to close ranks. And the orcs are just filling in spears and blocking your flanks and stuff. Yeah, you do need shooting in this list because your whole front line is like D4 and 5. It's rough.
The cool thing with the Mortar Urkai is they're cleaving below. It feels like it would never come up, but now with the amount of like, we see Bjornings all the time, like 2 wound models. We see people talk about the Drakes of Rune.
Drakes, yeah.
We see Crabane. We see Bat Swarms. Like actually being able to make use of that rule where if they roll the natural 6, it counts as 2 wounds instead of 1. Like, you used to think always like against heroes is where it would come up, but like now there's actually a lot of multi-wound warrior models that they could potentially kind of make use against, but it's
armies
still
with saves
corner
as well.
case.
Arnor and was it Army of the White Hand or Usurpers? Whatever it is, they get a 6-up save.
Usurpers get it.
It's nice there as well. Arnor is going to pop up more often, but
yeah, I wonder when that would happen because I know Mighty Blow or whatever happens after Fate rolls.
Oh,
this one says roll a natural 6 to wound when making a strike, and the wound is successful, then the target suffers 2 wounds. So I wonder if you get a chance to make it unsuccessful first. But
yeah, you're right. So it doesn't pop up against saves.
No.
That's too bad.
But even spiders, there's a lot of 2-in models out
Urbane
there now.
spiders. Yeah.
Rain's a good one. Bat swarms.
Werewolves. Do you imagine one-shotting a werewolf?
Feel pretty good.
Yeah, it would feel really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Kier Thungle again, especially with new Shelob. I'm definitely
How long
busting
do you
this
think
out
it's going to
this season.
take you to paint up new Shelob?
Well, in terms of number of days, not many, because I'll just spend the whole day doing it and invest the 20 hours over like 3 days, kind of thing. So not that long in terms of number of days.
Okay, so
But it'll be like
well, I guess we don't know when it's coming out, so I can't really.
Yeah, exactly. You can't hold me on my feet to the fire.
Once we have a release date, we'll hold you accountable.
We'll bring this back up.
How about once I have it in my hands, we can hold me accountable?
No, once it's got a pre-order date, we'll come up with a time frame. Better be done by, or else 2 shame points.
I think that's about it for the episode. Is there anything else you guys wanted to point out? Anything you've seen online that you want to talk about?
I think that's everything that's happened. Cool new mod. It's nice that we're getting something. I know we kind of complained the whole episode, but it's nice we're getting something, even if it's not exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, cool. I was upset that this felt like a random drop, but then you think about it, they just wrapped up War of the Rohirrim. Anything they picked next was going to be like a random, like they could have gone anywhere, right? And it's understandable. So yeah. I mean, at least we're getting a book, we're getting models, stuff's happening. We're not being forgotten, which is nice.
I think we've got to be happy with content coming in our direction. No matter in what shape it's there, it's the fact that they are making stuff for us. And we just got to go out there and keep buying so they know that it's worth their time.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And we got just over 2 years until the next movie, where we know there's going to be stuff coming for that. So,
and we get another new Golem model to compare to this one and all the other ones that we liked.
Is that what we're looking forward to now? The hunt for Golem in 2 years.
The next
December
live stream will be a tier listing Golem models.
There's actually quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up, guys.
Please leave a comment. If you're in the OSBGL, you should be subscribed. It's crazy if you're in the OSBGL and not subscribed. And leave a comment, okay? Especially, also, I'm gonna call us out. A fellow admin, Mr. Josh Heron, has only just subscribed last week. What the heck, Josh? What's going on here? Okay, there's got to be other people like Josh out there who just haven't bothered to click that subscribe button. And as you guys know, we have less than 100 subs. We're not making money, but please consider subscribing. It's literally the most targeted content you could ever consume if you're in the OSBGL.
I never cut anything in the middle of an episode. I might cut this.
Don't you dare.
That was quite the bag.
Don't you dare.
You're like
that's all. That's my rant.
Dirty little peasant on the side of a road begging.
Okay,
please, sir, can I have a coin?
Just one little penny.
Down. That's all I need.
See, this is the abuse I got to put up with these two. Now, all of you go click subscribe and show these two jerks what for, okay?
I can't wait to see Josh Heron unsubscribe after this.
Exciting stuff. The next episode, we haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but Zach will probably be in his new house. So congrats, Zach, for buying a house and moving in. And maybe he'll do some hobbying. Who knows?
Maybe he'll paint the model.
I hope so. I hope so. I've been itching. Like, I've got the itch the last couple of weeks. I'm like, you know what? I really just want to get some stuff done. And I just can't be bothered right now.
Maybe for this next part, you should just keep quiet, okay, guys? Okay, Zach? Okay. Paint your models, guys.
Paint your models.
Paint your models.